I'm bored, people. I'm bored. Match reaction. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. And we've seen nothing new, nothing different. No experimenting. And that's all I want to be seeing right now. I can't lie to you. I'm comfy with where we are in the Premier League. Not happy that we're not even challenging. It's still with just under 2 months to go. But content knowing that we're going to be in the Champions League next year. 2nd, 3rd, 4th or 5th. It doesn't really matter to me. I know today's win probably hid all of everyone's fears that potentially we can get dragged into somewhat a top 4, top 5 race, whatever it is now. But the reality is the teams below us ain't doing great themselves, inconsistent as hell. And, you know, we are the 2nd best team in this league. So I wanted to see something different. No Palmer on top of no Jackson, and Chelsea's performances generally, I know they've won a few games, but performances generally this second half of the season, I was looking at Mikel to do something different. And the lineup, again, left little to the imagination. It was the same old. I don't know how we're going to think of something new, think of something different to attack Real with, to pose different issues for Real without testing the waters in games like this. Games like the United one. Games that are coming up, Everton, Fulham. We've got to try something different. And primarily, I'm looking up top at this moment in time, and I'm looking at Mikel and asking, are we really going to go into the Real Madrid fixtures with just Mourinho up top? And I say just Mourinho. He isn't even adequate replacement for what we're losing up top. He's not a striker. So think of something different. He's flirted with the idea of Martinelli starting up top. He said out of his own mouth in January that Nwaneri can play up top. And I'm not one that wants to see Nwaneri up top. I'd like to see him in the midfield 10. There's something different I would have done today. It would have been Rice, Odegaard, and Nwaneri in the midfield. See if that creates some more chances. See if our transition clicks a bit better then. I know the attack is the attack. Even with the players full fit, raring to go, our attack has big problems that are not hidden and masked by the injuries we have now. So I would have liked to see something different. Continually seeing the same lineup and the same performance and the same lack of invention and creativeness, it's not good enough. So it feels like we're ticking down to Real Madrid. And not in a good way. I've got my ticket for the away leg. Please, Arsenal, stay in the tie in the first leg. Give us something to hold on to. Give us something to believe in that first leg. But the way we're going into that first leg, not testing the waters, not experimenting, not changing it up a little bit, not asking for something different from the players that you are selecting, I think we all know how this ends. And that's April 16th, away Bernabeu, going out of the Champions League. Now, we could try something new. It clicks against Chelsea, Everton and Fulham and still get smoked against Real. But at least I would have seen something different. Maybe a plan B from Mikel going into that game. We can't just put all our eggs on this Saka basket and hope that he comes back, and whether he comes back in the first leg and helps us get something or in the second leg and helps us retreat, it's very unlikely. Saka's not Messi. You know, we're not waiting for a Messi to come back into the side. Saka's a very good player. But with Saka this season, we've seen that he can't do it all himself. The midfield need to be doing something different. The rest of the attackers need to be doing something different and helping out productively. But again, the same lineup, people. And I'm going to get into the game, what there is to get into. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. But before we do that, let's move on to something a bit happier. Proton VPN. They're sponsoring the match reaction. Again, last one for March, last match reaction, last Arsenal match. Why? Because we've thrown a lot of this season in the bin. We're not in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup's playing right now. And all we can do is sit by and watch. But Proton said, "Look, we got the March content locked in. So let's make sure we get April locked in as well, people. Only way that happens if you show them some love. They're now the 3rd biggest VPN service in the UK. 3rd biggest VPN brand in the UK. And that's thanks to you guys and girls out there as well, because you've been showing them love. You've been scanning that QR code. You've been clicking those links, description, comment section. They're there again now. If you haven't, then make sure you do scan the QR code. Let's get them from third to second and maybe first. I ain't got no shares, but I'm going to be asking about some shares real soon. If they hit me up and say, yo, we've just hit second, I'm going to be like, yo, if you want to hit first, then I need my name on Company's House, wherever this company's registered. Big up Proton. Over 8,500 servers available in over 115 countries. You know what it is already, people. Worldwide community over here on Turkish LDN. Over there on the Big Six as well. You could have scanned the Big Six code. Scan this one if you didn't do that one. Scan this one if you didn't do that one. And you know what? Even if you did do the Big Six one, even if you have scanned this one before on this channel, go get your mom's phone. Go get your partner's phone. Heck, go get your son's phone. Daughters, I don't know how old they are. Sign up separately on their phones. Use the link. Protect the whole family. Protect the whole community. Go knock on your next door neighbor's door and ask them, are you protected? Is your data secure? If they say no, flash up the QR code. This QR code right here. Flash that up. Tell them to scan it. Make sure you follow through step by step. Sign up. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, Proton VPN in for April and May, and we move. And let's move into the game. Set piece, done it for us. 1-0. And that's it, people. This is more a Proton ad than it is a match reaction because I'm bored. There was no invention, nothing. And, you know, off the back of that lineup, off the back of the last few weeks, I didn't expect anything different. So all in all, I mean, it's the international break now. We hope Saka returns back and gets some minutes before that first leg. I don't know how likely it is, people. And to be honest with you, rushing him back is a risk in itself. But we've only got one thing left to play for. And as much as it's a tough task, we've got to fight. We've got to try and make it happen. We've got to make sure we come out of that first leg believing that there's something to take in that second leg at the Bernabeu. We've got to win that first leg. Here I am talking about Real again, because that's all that matters right now. Real in the Champions League. These league games, whether it's Chelsea now or Everton and Fulham after the international break, it's trial period. It's experiment time. Come on, Mikel, get in that bag and do something different like you did in your first 6 to 8 months. FA Cup, you pulled out the 5 at the back, 3 at the back. Ainsley made the nails, inverting all this stuff. It worked. We got a cup, your only cup. It's time to think of something different again. It's time to think of something different. But we've got the 3 points. Marino, class header. I can't even lie to you. Odegaard corner, not the greatest corner. Quite short, quite low. That's what made Marino's header a great header, in my opinion. He had to get under it, got under it. Beautiful header, flicked it over Sanchez into the back post. Bottom corner, essentially, the way it looped in. And that was the only goal of the game. And you look at the XG, 0.7 for us and 0.3 for them. And there ain't much more to talk about, people. Raya nearly threw one in his own net, unlike him. But, you know, he saved us a hell of a lot this season, and this one didn't cost us. So I'm just going to smoothly go over that one and forget about it. Other than that, Martinelli had a couple chances he should be doing better with. Odegaard had a couple chances to make that pass into a Martinelli or into a Trossard heading into the box, and he either overhit it or underhit it. Not good enough. These are the moments we need to be sharper with. We win the ball back so well. Our press is so good. But when we win it back, we very rarely produce anything out of it. And that just means the press is useless. Because if the press is only helping you win the ball back but failing to materialise in chances, then you might as well address it and maybe go counter-attacking and let the opposition have the ball. But then we don't have the pace for that. We don't have the zippiness in midfield. We don't have the technical quality in midfield. So we've got problems. We've known we've got problems. And we've got a big problem in April. Real Madrid. Ain't played them in over 15 years. Last time we played them, couple clean sheets and a historic win, Thierry Henry. This time round, I don't envision any clean sheets and we ain't got a Thierry Henry. But we've got to pull something out the bag. Mikel, over to you. Couple weeks to do it. International break. I don't know if you lot need to go Dubai or Dundee. Do one of them and come back with something different against Everton and Fulham. And hopefully then, I believe a bit more against Real Madrid. That's all I'm going to say, people. That's all I have to say. Let me know if I've missed anything. Hit that like button. Show Proton some love. Love for the love as always. And I'll be back again real soon. I got a couple of pre-records in the back pocket coming out this week, so look out for that. The hair transplant video coming out tomorrow. Look out for that. A lot of you lot have been waiting on that one. Progress going all right. It's still a bit thin there because it's fallen out. But when this grows out, I'm stocking up on the Alice bands, people. Fuck the hats. But we move. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Love for the love. I'm out. Peace.